Welcome to a fine gaming experience, everyone. Getting Gobi's sphere has opened up our ability to explore the world quite a bit. This let us get the best fishing rod and even more amazing gear for the hero. Our ocean tour led us here to the village of Gust, which seems to be suffering from a spreading madness. So let's see if we can't find out what's going on here. A single villager was sent up the mountain to investigate, but never returned. Many of the saner people here will be very concerned about him. We can't do anything about this hungry fly quite yet, but we'll eventually avenge his lunch. This guy could likely help us with our music language lessons if he wasn't so cuckoo. We've run into these heavy boxes before, but we've got ox now. But even he's not strong enough. How will we move these? This secret tunnel leads to a very easy barrel pushing puzzle. Which rewards us with another transformation for Karn. Though there's more than a few issues with his new form. Debo fuses Ox and Gobi with Karn, so you'd think this would be a great new combat fusion. However, it's an underwater-only form, so its usefulness is extremely limited. Since I can't show it off here, let's cut away for a minute. The concept art helps hammer home how goofy this form looks. Even his walk animation's odd with those wings. He does do decent combat damage, but we're pretty much done fighting underwater now, making this form already obsolete. Now that we're done in town, let's go up the mountain to see what we can see. This flower clearly seems to be part of the madness going on, but we can't do anything with it right now. The Gust lab is a fairly small map, but has plenty of these guys guarding areas. Originally given the much better name of Homunculus, rogues are a fairly weak mini-boss enemy. Like the Gremlin they're a reskin of, they'll usually hit only one party member with most of their attacks. It's the breath that hits everyone that's the most threatening, but only really to your mages. You might want to tag Ox in for blue here, since so many opponents have low defense. With only 2,000 health and no second bar, you should be able to take them down with only minor scratches. Chill's a nice spell that hits all enemies for 100 cold damage. I'll be skipping future rogue fights. Cure 2s are great and heal the entire party 250 hit points. Buzzers live up to the normal fly's reputation for being annoying. They can cast a high-level Cure Everyone spell and have an unlimited AP pool, so they can continually cast it. Rarely, they'll raise one of their defenses higher, but the real annoyance is Dispel, which just negates your magic against it for a turn. The good news is they only have 100 hit points, so it's not too hard to pick them off one at a time. If there's a chest, there's a rogue guarding it. Luck potion's not the best, but I'll take it. Rod 4 would have been an okay find if we didn't just get Rod 5. The 3 rooms above us have walls Ox can smash for a shortcut, but I'm taking the long way to try and run into more of the new monsters here for you guys. Like this Mimic here. They're an interesting evolution from the previous chest enemy. Paralyzing is their main gimmick, but they'll also curse your party and protect themselves with Dispel. With only 2 wisdom though, you'll be able to easily hit them with status ailments, and Rub will work 50% of the time. They have 300 hit points and good defense, but shouldn't take you too long to whittle them down. More levels for Blue. This time learning Flee, which lets us run from non-boss fights. Wait, I know you. You're that guy from Dragon Ball, Captain Ginyu. I'm shrinking, shrinking, oh, what a world! We're so small now, we can't even climb the stairs. But we can check out this mouse hole. Roaches are the only enemies you'll run into inside the mouse hole. They're packing 180 hit points and only a basic attack, so you'll be able to take them down without much issue. One thing to be aware of is that they do have a higher chance of attacking Blue or Nina. With their lower defense, you might need a few more healing breaks than normal. Such nice mice. Sure, I'll sleep in your mouse house. Once you talk to the whimpering mouse, the one on the left will move out of your way. Trouble's a-brewin', Pa. Now that's one heck of a cheese stockpile. Well, screw you too, buddy. This trio of King Roaches is a pretty mild boss encounter. They've only got the basic melee attack, but it targets Nina and Blue more often, just like the generic roaches. Each one has 700 hit points in its first form and 2,100 in its second. I highly recommend you try and push them all into their second phase sooner than later. You might have noticed that the transition to the next health bar interrupts and ends all combat for that turn. The funny thing is, this will stop a spell that hits all enemies as soon as it gets to that transition. Once you get them all to the next phase, you can blast away with your multi-target spells with impunity. Sometimes I'm concerned that attacks like the Blue Dragon's repeated flashes can't be good for viewers with photosensitive epilepsy. If these videos are an issue for you, please let me know, and I'll try to add some warnings at least. My first 999 damage attack. Nice. With a bit of time, you should be able to whittle them down and show these bugs who's boss. I would think roaches would be used to losing to humans. Well, I've seen some apartments that might want me to take that back. No problem, mouse amigo. We'll heal up at the free inn again and grab our prize. I skipped the chest with an herb there. Another moving platform puzzle room. This one is pretty simple though. Just keep looping around and ignore the northwestern path. Lots of new enemies here, and we won't see all of them. Dark Knights were originally called Ghost Lords, and are another neat step up from their last iteration. Alongside their decent attack, they like to buff themselves with agility up and shield. On very rare occasions, they'll curse a party member, but usually only when at low health. We're the heroes of this story. Bouncing back's what we do. Ruga X's original name kind of spoiled something by naming him Altered Nickel. The lone villager they sent up the mountain was named Nickel, so it seems Cort was doing some experiments on him. Speaking of Cort, he and the other 3 members of Jade's lieutenants were referred to as the 4 Devas in Japan. The Devas are 4 Buddhist deities who are often associated with the 4 cardinal directions, and are a pretty common trope in video games. Ruga X only has 1,100 hit points with no second bar, so this beatdown shouldn't take you too long. We fought gremlin enemies more than a few times by now, so you should know what to watch out for. The flower did all that? That's impressive, Scary. Nina did not like hearing that now, did she? Well, he was a monster. Because he was a monster. There are frogs in the frog cave. Really? What told you that? Sorry. Yes, ma'am. Moving, ma'am. So we've discovered the cause of all this madness spreading through Gust. But before we go prune that flower, we need to make a cure for this monster syndrome. We'll need to get a frog, and how hard can that be? I hope you join me next time to find out, and take care all.